Hastings Entertainment was a retail chain of stores that sold books, movies, music, and video games that opened in 1968 and closed in 2016. Thank you for your suggestion. Hastings developed from an enterprise named Western Merchandisers, Inc., founded by Sam Marmaduke. Regarded as a pioneer in the wholesale industry, Marmaduke started his career as a rack jobber in 1946 when he arrived in Amarillo, Texas to take over the wholesale business left to him by his late father. Marmaduke transformed his father's small business, West Texas News Agency, into a family fortune, creating an expansive wholesaling business that later spawned Hastings, the retail arm of his wholesale business. Hastings was formed in 1968 when the first Hastings book and music retail store opened in Amarillo, Texas. Along with Tower Records, Hastings was among the first chains to offer books and music within its stores. Marmaduke's unique approach was emulated by his son John, who was named president of the Hastings business in 1973 and watched over the company's first decade of expansion. By the end of the 1970s, there were 22 Hastings stores in Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Kansas, all situated in small towns, a trademark of Hastings that the company employed as its expansion strategy in the years to come. Growth picked up pace for Hastings at the end of the 1970s as John Marmaduke and his father decided to expand by acquiring other retail chains. In 1979, Hastings purchased 29 stores that sold music exclusively and that were located in regional shopping malls. Converted to the company's cross-merchandising strategy, the stores acquired in 1979 were followed by other acquisitions in 1981, 1983, and 1985. Expansion through acquisitions was coupled with internal expansion as the Marmadukes used their profits to establish additional retail outlets, both freestanding units and strip mall stores. The first chapter of the Hastings corporate history ended at this point with dozens of retail units located in small towns scattered throughout the Southwest and the Midwest. The next era began in the mid-1980s when strategic changes were implemented that altered Hastings' business philosophy and changed the characteristics of the chain that had developed between 1968 and 1985. The strategic repositioning of the company stemmed from the influence of Western Merchandisers' biggest customer, Walmart. As Hastings developed into a regional retail chain, Western Merchandisers achieved prominence and robust financial growth by becoming a primary supplier to the Walmart chain of discount retail stores. Hastings was similar to Walmart in that both formats sold a variety of merchandise rather than a single product category, although Walmart's merchandise diversity was greater, to be sure. In 1985, however, Hastings increased the breadth of its cross-merchandising approach, adding video rentals to the books and music it retailed. The addition of a video department led to a new name, Hastings Books, Music, and Video, Inc., and more importantly, signaled the company's decision to embrace the entertainment superstore concept. The first store to offer the three product categories, touted as the company's first triple combo unit, opened in 1985 in Amarillo's Wolfen Village Shopping Center. Equally as important as the foray into videos was a change in the company's pricing strategy, an alteration that underscored the chain's similarity to Walmart. In 1986, searching for ways to beat back mounting competition, Hastings began discounting its merchandise. The experiment worked wonders, driving sales upward and convincing the Marmadukes that Hastings' future lay as a discount chain. The larger all-media discount units the company was operating were realizing greater profits in sales. In response, the Marmadukes turned away from adding any more mall-based stores. Mall store leases were allowed to expire, directing management's focus on Hastings' blueprint for the 90s: discount, triple combo, superstores. The company pursued physical growth in its own unique way. The prevailing characteristic of the chain was the location of its stores, nearly all of which situated in small towns with populations ranging from 10,000 to 50,000. Walmart acquired Western Merchandisers in 1991. The corporate life of Hastings was affected as well. Following Walmart's acquisition of its primary wholesaler, Hastings remained under the ownership of its founder and chairman, Sam Marmaduke, but both companies shared the same president and the same chief executive officer, John Marmaduke. Western Merchandisers and Hastings also shared overhead, distribution services, and headquarters support, and held their annual conventions together. Under this arrangement, the two companies prospered in the shadow of the sprawling Walmart chain, but the close-knit relationship between Western Merchandisers and Hastings didn't last. By the end of 1993, several months after Sam Marmaduke died from a massive heart attack, Western Merchandisers and Hastings' partnership broke apart, with Hastings becoming its own independent entity. Between 1995 and 1997, Hastings opened 23 new stores, giving the chain 114 stores scattered among 15 states. The company made plans to expand to over 200 stores by the year 2000. For the resources to implement this expansion plan, Marmaduke turned to Wall Street through an IPO of stock in June of 1998. In March of 2000, the company restated its earnings in the first 3 quarters of fiscal 1999. On March 14, 2000, Hastings Entertainment was sued for reporting profits of more than $12 million during the class period, while they used Hastings common stock to maintain false reports of the company's growth and profitability by raising almost $40 million in the initial public offering. Hastings paid almost $6 million for settlement. The company initially weathered the decline of the video rental stores, outliving both Blockbuster Video and Hollywood Video. However, declining sales finally forced the company to shift its primary focus to collectibles and comic books in the 2010s. In 2010, the company opened an account with Diamond Comic Distributors, making Hastings the largest direct market comic book retailer in the United States. The comic sections of all stores were expanded in connection with the Diamond account. The same year, the company opened up a sports equipment retailer called Sun Adventure Sport in Amarillo, and later added a store in Lubbock, Texas. In August of 2011, Hastings opened TradeSmart, a store in Littleton, Colorado, specializing in used electronics, media, and novelties. In 2012, after years of losses and with more losses projected in the future, the company's directors decided to shop the company to potential buyers. In April of 2014, Hastings agreed to be purchased by Draw Another Circle, LLC, for $21.4 million. The transaction finishing in July of 2014. In 2013, Hastings redesigned its stores to emphasize toys, gifts, consumer electronics, musical instruments, disc golf, skateboards, hobby and sports license and branded products, which had higher profit margins as sales of books, music, and videos declined. The move also sought to combat the growing popularity of digital media by emphasizing products which could not be downloaded. In November of 2014, Draw Another Circle, the parent company of Hastings Entertainment, purchased Movie Stop, a 44-store regional chain in the southeastern United States that sold primarily used movies and related entertainment merchandise. Hastings Entertainment would peak at about 150 stores in 23 states with 3,850 employees. In June of 2016, Hastings Entertainment filed for bankruptcy protection. Under Draw Another Circle's management, the company had suffered heavy losses, accumulating over $140 million in debt. The company was auctioned off and purchased by liquidation firms Hilco Merchant Resources, LLC, and Gordon Brothers Retail Partners, LLC.
So long are the days of browsing the aisles to pick out a movie. Hastings will soon close more than a dozen stores across New Mexico.
So when the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and announced last month it'll close stores nationwide by October, it brought up, well, some emotions. The owner would comment for the story, but one location had its own words for final customers, posted right out front, saying simply, well, this is unfortunate.
I'm sad to see it go. So sad. I love this place.
So what are some of your favorite memories of this place? Leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. Be sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching.